Well, after catching up with Melissa Menghini, catching up with her big sister Krista, the former St. Joe's Academy High School standout, and now after starting out on the volleyball team at SI Southern Illinois, has decided that running is what she is where things are at for her. So tell me, I know kind of your first year getting back to full-time running. Tell me how things are going and how things went this past year.
Well, this year, like we were kind of discussing beforehand, there was a lot of ups and downs.
Sure.
And when I went into cross country, it was since I never had like a season where I was just focusing on cross country.
Right.
I always had volleyball,
Volleyball and cross, yeah.
Yeah, at the same time. So it was, I thought it was going to be so much easier for me to just focus on one thing.
Right.
And it turns out like it was really difficult because I was never, exposed to this kind of training before.
Sure.
I mean, high school obviously is so much like, different than college, and I just remember in high school I was kind of doing my own thing,
Yeah.
and not really doing too many workouts and stuff because I had volleyball
Yeah.
right next to me, and but so cross country was really difficult because I just wasn't used to the training, and all
Sure.
my teammates though, they comforted me and they're like, we know exactly what you're going through because
Yeah.
we went through that last year as well, and they're like, you just got to go through 1 year and next year is going to be so much better. So hopefully they're right, because so far training's going well and I'm excited for the next season.
And I told you earlier I'm going to have to send you a photo that I've got from the KU Relays webcast where they, in between events, they go around and search people out in the crowd, and you and a couple others were on that top row of the stadium there dancing for the camera. But tell me what it's like just on the team there with the SIUCs and quite a few girls, Missouri girls on the squad, and with Coach Sparks and Coach Connie Price-Smith.
Yeah.
You enjoying it, and just, I mean, you can see the progress the program's made, and especially in the distance events over the last several years. Just tell me a bit about being back on that, that atmosphere, that team, and pushing each other all the time.
Well, I always tell people that, quitting volleyball to run was the hardest decision I've ever had to make, but it was also the very best decision that I've ever made. And, I feel like I am in the right place because the girls on the team, they immediately, brought me in and welcomed me, and my coach Sparks, he was great and he really supported me, and he told me, it's gonna take a while because I was in volleyball shape when I transitioned over, and I'm a very impatient person, so I knew it was gonna be a process of, getting back into running shape, and it was, but to have these girls and even the guys team and my coach to help support me and just keep me confident was great. And even though I was down a lot of times because it was hard to like go back and get into shape and stuff like that. But I think my team has a good mix of Illinois and Missouri girls. So I went to a team where I recognized some of the faces and I knew some of the girls. So I think that really helped as well. And
well, I think that that had to be tough, that decision to quit volleyball, because I'm sure that's been just a huge part of your identity for 10 or 15 years, and then deciding to be running, and then when you had been running previously, you had so much success, and then you jump in and man, you weren't to the level, weren't having all the success. I'm sure that had to be tough to fight through.
Yeah, that's very true though. I like I said, I went to this cross country season expecting that I was gonna do great, and turns out I didn't even make the top 17, on my team to run in conference, and that was really, really disappointing. And I've never been in that situation before where I wasn't even in the top 7. And I think that was good for me though, because it made me kind of learn, like, if you really, really want to be in that top 7, it's not going to be easy. And even though I had that excuse of like being on the volleyball team, like, beforehand, I haven't even thought about that anymore.
Yeah.
That's totally pushed aside. I don't use that as an excuse.
Right.
And but yeah, I just remember I did go to conference. I watched my team.
Sure,
I
sure.
cheered them on, and I was really happy for them. But at the same time, I was like, I'm gonna be there
Right.
next year. I'm gonna be
Motivated you to.
I want to help my team out,
Yeah.
and so I think that really motivated me for the indoor season.
Sure.
And I believe that I had a really great indoor season. I was really confident, and
Sure.
I was doing really great in workouts, and I had some really great races, and I was really proud of that. I did
Yeah.
have, some not so good races as well.
That's that's distance running for you. I
Right.
mean, that's just the nature of it. So.
Yeah, I'm working on being, more consistent, and then going into the outdoor season, I was on such a high.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know what it was.
Just didn't come together for
some
you.
mental thing, I believe
Sure.
it was, but outdoor didn't turn out during the season as what I planned was
Yeah.
going to happen. But at the end of the season, I had a nice little talk with my coach, and going into conference, and he was like, "I think you can do great things,
Yeah.
but you are the deciding factor."
Right.
He told me I had to believe in myself,
Right.
and because I have that training, it's all up in here.
Sure,
And it turns out I did really well in conference, and I was really happy with it, and that makes me so excited for the cross country season coming up, and
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's good to hear, because just to continue to fight through and help build character and build just endure through the ups and downs. So tell me what it's been like to watch your brother Travis run and finish up his career, and then your little sister have success off the bat so quickly this year.
Yeah, my little brother Travis, it's always been really exciting watching him race, because he much like all of my family, he loves running, and it's like his passion. He wants to do marathons when he gets older and
Sure.
stuff. Like, that's his thing. He wants to go far and long, and just watching him grow up. And I just remember doing like these little USATF and AAU meets and stuff like that when we were younger and everything, and just to watch him grow has been really inspiring and great, just to see where he is now.
Right.
And with Melissa, I just watched her steeplechase race today, and that was really fun to watch, because I like to think that she's taking after me a little bit.
Sure. She said she commended you for helping her out and give her some tips and working with her. So
yeah, and her, I feel like she was kind of like me when I was younger. When I first started out, not so good. It was more like to get into shape, and then same with her. It was just, I think, more because she just wanted to do what I was doing at the time. But then it's like training and everything, and now she figured out this is her thing.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to watch, because just watching her improve, and I'm just like, wow, she amazes me every day. She really inspires me, and I'm just so proud of her. So,
do you think there's anybody in the St. Louis region or Missouri that any other family that would have a chance against the Menghinis in a 4-person endurance race?
We have like a relay or something going on with my mom, me, Melissa, and Travis. Whew.
I think you guys would have to be the favorites.
At the top of my head, I can't think. Maybe Sadie Darnell. She's my teammate. Maybe her family, because I know her dad runs, and her brother and sister, and obviously Sadie runs. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to get that put together later sometime.
Maybe.
So, well, thanks for the time, Krista, and
no, thanks for having me.
Good luck this summer with summer training, and next fall with the Salukis.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.